feels like spring today, which is great. It's about time. The weather conditions have changed and we're heading down the M1 to the Grove, and on the way meeting a young golfer. I say a young golfer, let's call him a golfer. Doesn't matter how old you are. And there we go, services 10 miles. So we're stopping at Woodall Services to have chats and conversations with a guy that I've worked with for a few years, and you know, he's not quite where he wants to be right at this moment, but my belief is that you're exactly where you need to be at this moment in time. And I first started working with him as an introduction from a friend who wanted, he needed some help in this part of his game. And I lived in London at the time. I lived in central London, and what we did was we did all of it on the phone. He'd call me before tournaments, after tournaments. We'd have some check-ins, and it was a great kind of momentum builder for him. And it really was interesting that for 3 years I'd never met him face to face after the round of golf that we played at a charity event. So during that time he'd had some really good finishes and some great success, and he can really play. There are some other factors that get in the way of that, and he's working on those. But I think that what's interesting is over the 4 years or so that we've worked together, he's got that ability already, but what he's really been working on is who he is and that being. And I think for all golfers at all levels, I've worked with major winners and guys who are in the top 20 in the world currently, and a golfer's mind is very reactionary. They're not long term for a golfer is Thursday, Friday, make the cut, then it's Saturday, Sunday. It's like that's 4 days is long term for them, and the culture of golf has fed that mindset. So my belief is that if you're at a certain level, you can already play. So it's what's getting in the way. And I think this young man, as everybody in all walks of life, have challenges. Of course you have challenges, but what's important is you're able to recognize and address the beliefs and the hooks that are hooking you and holding you back, without blaming external factors or without blaming an event that's happened in your life, because those past events are really, they're there to serve you. They're there for a reason. So the event you can either blame the event, or you can use the event to move on and go to another level. So I've really enjoyed working with this guy, and I think he's got a lot more in him, and it'll be good. It's the start of the golf season for, as you can see here, and he's got some qualifying events. So let's see what he's got to say today. The gates of heaven.
Mr. Welcome, great. Oh yeah.
Good to see you.
You alright?
My friend, how are you? You're worried about, I'm not talking about that stuff, and that's the stuff that can make Yeah. Like makes you, as in shapes you. Yeah. I know, and you tried to bottle it all up, and you don't like talking about it, and then you wonder. You say this doesn't affect my golf. Well, it affects James. So it affects James Freeman. Me and James back on track, getting ready for this season. Yeah.
Yeah. Euro Pro qualify next week.
Next week.
Yeah.
Yeah. And just the start of reconnecting again and looking at some different things. The golf's the easy bit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's all the other stuff.
It's the other stuff that
Yeah.
gets in the way. Yeah. And you know, this guy's got ability, as most golfers do, but it's, you know, you've got to find what's not allowing you to flow. Yeah. It's a bit like this, isn't it? Like if this is, you know, this is the frequency. I like this as a metaphor.
Yeah.
Yeah. And it's got to flow. Yeah. And that's what we're doing. And I've worked with this guy. You know, he's overcome some challenges, physical, back. What was that back thing?
Discectomy.
Yeah.
So the disc removed that a little bit.
Yeah, I mean, you know, that's no joke. You know, mentally to come through that, physically to come through that, playing five-a-side and rupturing your ligaments, ACL, you know, and come back, and to come, not just to come back, but to go to a different level. And I think it's, you know, this is long term. Not reacting. Golfer's mindset is long term, Thursday, Friday. Yeah. So on it.
Yeah.